By immersing ourselves in the wisdom of Stoicism, which is often embodied in the principles of Marcus Aurelius, we open ourselves up to the possibility of not only overcoming challenges, but also of growing inwardly. The Stoics teach us not only endurance in the face of life's challenges, but also the capacity for self-discipline, the foundation for achieving personal excellence. Mastering this path requires delving into its key principles and learning step by step how to apply them to daily life. Let's look at a few important steps that will help us achieve this. Internal control. Practicing inner control through Stoicism is an effective way to develop emotional resilience and wisdom in everyday life. Here are some real-life examples of Stoic practices that will help you learn to control your reactions to life situations. Accepting the present moment. Stoics teach us to accept the present moment as it is, without resistance or desire to change it. For example, if you find yourself stuck in a traffic jam on the road, you may feel irritated and stressed. Instead of falling into an emotional reaction, Stoicism teaches you to accept the situation and find peace within yourself, realizing that the traffic jam is something you cannot change and that it is better to focus on other aspects of your journey. Detachment from emotions. Another practice of Stoicism is to be able to detach yourself from your emotions and look at the situation from a cold-blooded perspective. For example, if you receive a critical comment from a colleague at work, your first reaction may be resentment or anger. However, Stoicism teaches you to switch from an emotional reaction to an analytical approach, looking at the situation objectively and rationally, and asking yourself what you can learn from this experience for your own growth. Practice gratitude. Stoics encourage us to see gratitude in every moment of life, even in difficult situations. For example, if you are facing financial difficulties, instead of wallowing in despair, Stoicism teaches you to appreciate what you have and to see opportunities for growth and improvement in hardship. These Stoicism practices may seem simple at first glance, but their real power lies in their systematic and consistent application in daily life. Gradually, you will begin to notice your inner control increasing, and you will become more emotionally stable and wise in all situations you encounter. Willpower practice. Practicing willpower through Stoicism helps us develop willpower and find inner resilience in the face of life's challenges. Here are some real-life examples of Stoic practices that will help strengthen your willpower. Accepting challenges as opportunities for growth. Stoics teach us to see challenges as opportunities to strengthen our willpower. For example, if you face a difficult task at work or in your studies, instead of running away from it or complaining about it, Stoicism teaches you to accept the challenge and use it as a chance for personal growth and development. The practice of giving up instant gratification. Stoics encourage us to practice moderation and to forego instant gratification in favor of long-term goals. For example, if you strive for financial independence but find it difficult every time you spend, Stoicism teaches you to control your desires and make conscious decisions in favor of future well-being. Exercise patience and endurance. Stoicism teaches us patience and endurance in the face of long and difficult tasks. For example, if you have started a new sport but are facing difficulties on the way to achieving your goals, Stoicism teaches you to be persistent and keep working at it despite the difficulties. Practice self-control. Stoics encourage us to control our desires and emotions. For example, if you feel anger or irritation in response to criticism or unpleasant situations, Stoicism teaches you to remain calm and reasonable, not letting your emotions get the best of you. These Stoicism practices can help strengthen your willpower and teach you to be more persistent, patient, and self-disciplined in all areas of life. Gradually, you will notice how your willpower grows and how you become more determined and confident. Separation into controlled and uncontrolled. The practice of separating the things we have control over from those we cannot change, through Stoicism, allows us to remain calm and clear-headed in the face of life's challenges. Here are some real-life examples of Stoic practices to help you master this skill. Responding to unexpected situations. When we are faced with unpleasant or unexpected events, Stoicism will teach us to distinguish between what we can control and what we cannot. For example, if your flight is canceled due to weather conditions, you cannot change this situation. However, you can control your reaction to it by choosing to remain calm and seek alternative solutions to the problem. Managing your reactions. Stoicism will teach you to separate your emotions from external circumstances. For example, if your coworker does something that makes you angry or resentful, Stoicism will teach you to look at the situation objectively and calmly, instead of reacting emotionally. You may realize that you cannot control the actions of others, but you can control your own reaction to them. Focus on the important. Stoicism encourages us to focus on what is within our control instead of wasting energy on what is beyond our control. For example, if you have an important project that needs your attention, but you are stressed about the world situation, Stoicism teaches you to detach yourself from what is beyond your control and focus on what is important to you in the moment. These Stoicism practices will help you remain calm and clear-headed in all situations, even those that at first glance seem beyond your control. Gradually, you will begin to notice how your ability to separate the things you have control over from those you cannot change makes you wiser and more balanced in your daily life. Prudence. Practicing prudence through Stoicism helps us see the world with a clear and rational view, freeing us from emotional biases and illusions. Here are some real-life examples of Stoic practices to help you develop prudence. An objective view of the situation. Stoicism will teach you to see events and circumstances without emotional coloration. For example, if you encounter an obstacle to your goal, Stoicism will teach you to view the situation objectively, without recrimination or complaint, and to look for rational ways to overcome the obstacle. Accepting the inevitability of change. Stoics encourage us to see change as a natural part of life, rather than something terrible or scary. For example, if you are facing the loss of a job or the end of a relationship, Stoicism teaches you to accept these changes as inevitable and to look for opportunities to grow and develop in your new circumstances. Practicing the past and future of the present. Stoics teach us to live in the moment and accept the present moment as it is. For example, if you are spending time with family or friends, Stoicism teaches you to fully immerse yourself in the moment, letting go of thoughts of the past or future and savor the presence and joy of interacting with loved ones. Finding wisdom in difficulties. Stoics argue that difficulties represent an opportunity for growth and self-improvement. For example, if you are faced with failure or setback, Stoicism teaches you to see this as an opportunity to learn lessons, mature, and become stronger. These practices of Stoicism will help you develop prudence, free yourself from emotional obstacles, and make rational decisions in life. Gradually, you will begin to notice how your prudence grows and how you become wiser and more balanced in your actions and decisions. Reflection. Practicing reflection through Stoicism helps us to continually improve ourselves, learn from past experiences, and become wiser and calmer in the face of future challenges. Here are some real-life examples of Stoic reflective practices. Journaling. One of the Stoic practices of reflection is to keep a journal in which you record your thoughts, emotions, and impressions of the past day. For example, you might note which events evoked strong emotions in you and how you reacted to them. You can then analyze your reactions and decisions and think about how you might do things differently in the future. Evening self-talk. At the end of the day, the Stoics encourage us to spend time alone with ourselves, asking ourselves questions about past events and our reactions to them. For example, you might ask yourself what you did well today and what you can learn from your mistakes. This process helps you recognize your strengths and weaknesses and learn to learn from each day. End-of-week reflection. Weekly reflection is another Stoic practice that helps us evaluate our progress and set goals for the coming week. For example, at the end of the week, you can ask yourself questions about what you have accomplished, what you have learned, and what you would like to change or improve. This helps you stay motivated and focused on personal growth and development. Reflecting on past decisions. Stoics teach us to analyze our decisions and their consequences. For example, you can ask yourself questions about whether your actions were consistent with your values and Stoic principles, and what you might do differently in a similar situation in the future. These Stoic practices of reflection help us become more aware and wise in our lives, allowing us to continually learn and grow from the experience. Gradually, you will begin to notice how your reflection helps you make better decisions and become a more balanced and wise person. In conclusion, Stoicism is not just a philosophy, but a way of life that helps us develop willpower, wisdom, and calmness in the face of life's challenges. Practicing Stoicism involves a number of exercises and practices that help us become better versions of ourselves. Separating the things over which we have control from those we cannot change helps us maintain calmness and clarity of thought in all circumstances. Practicing inner control and self-discipline teaches us to accept responsibility for our thoughts, emotions, and actions. Developing prudence and wisdom allows us to see the world from an objective and rational perspective, learn from past experiences, and make informed decisions in the future. Reflection plays an important role in the practice of Stoicism, helping us to recognize our strengths and weaknesses and to continually learn and grow from our own life experiences. If you want more videos like this, write about it in the comments. Put a like and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.